short week coming off a Monday night game. Got a tough division opponent coming in. Really good defense at all three levels. And so it's a full sprint to get things ready this week. It's great to come off a road division win. And a lot of great things happened the other night for the offense. And then there was a lot of good learning moments, too. So that's what we're in the business of doing. And we are players are fully engaged, and we're working hard, getting ready for this tough Broncos defense. Any questions?
Did you plan for the offense to be as pass happy as you guys have been through 2 weeks?
I mean, I think we go into a game with a plan of multiple options, and once that game gets going, it can flow one way or the other, based on what players are available, really. I made the mistake one year of going into an opening game, and I put all my eggs into this one basket, with an extra lineman and da-da-da-da, and then the two key guys got hurt on the same play, and they're out. And I'm looking at my call sheet, and the plays are just falling off in front of my eyes. So you have to have a multitude of options going into a game because you never know how that's going to go and who's going to be available. So anyway, yeah. So, I mean, it's flowed that way, and that's how it went.
Did things change when you guys got Keenan? Like, for example, you guys have ran like 4 wide receiver sets last year. You guys have done it 16 times already through 2 games. Mm-hmm. That wasn't planned, or it's just like it wasn't planned because of the people you guys had?
Yeah, it's all personnel, and it's all personnel based, and every decision ultimately is scheme factors in too as well. Like, hey, what does this team do when you put 4 wides on the field? That's going to affect you whether or not you want to invest in that for that game. So it's I think those guys are doing a really good job. I think they have a good feel, really good chemistry with Justin, and we're going to need to be sharp at our sharpest this week against the Broncos.
Just Max Crosby only had 1 pressure in the game. Just how did you feel about the way Trey played, and also just the plan that you guys had in terms of some of the chip help and trying to slow him down?
Yeah, you have to try to slow him down. He's a special player, and if you try to block him like a traditional player, it's going to end up poorly. We found out that in the running game at times, which we need to execute better our fundamentals and technique. He's an elite player. We all know it. So we robbed Peter to pay Paul a little bit at times, and at times Trey was just one-on-one and did really well. I thought he played a great game. He was confident going into the game, and anytime you're going against a player of that magnitude, it's something. It's a very exciting week for Trey, for example, knowing that he gets to have that opportunity. We have tons of respect for him as a player, and really for their defense as a whole, how they're coached. But I thought he did really well.
The 4th and 1 fumble, just what happened on that play from your perspective? Jim mentioned that he made the decision kind of late. Justin mentioned that because the decision came in late, you guys had to sort of skip over motion.
Yeah, things got off schedule, and it could have easily been fixed on the field, but things happen sometimes. But yeah, we got to be better. To me, that's on us. That's on me. It's the premier look for the play we were trying to run. So, we just got to function better there. But it's a great learning experience early in the year, and it's great when you get to learn when you win.
When you say fix on the field, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, guys got hurried up, and we didn't get to our proper alignments, so the timing got off because of the time crunch, if that makes sense. So, and that's understandable. You really don't want to be fighting the play clock,
Fixed on the field, meaning that you could have gotten, there was an opportunity for you guys to get lined up correctly on the play?
Yeah, I mean, it was tight, but also we could also call timeout there too, I blame myself for that because I saw the premier look, and I got a little greedy. So that's on me.
How would you evaluate the rushing offense through these 2 games?
Spotty at times, really good at times. We really haven't leaned on the run game a lot those 2 games. I thought the first game was very efficient, save 2 or 3 runs. This past game, it was the Max, we did well unless it was Max Crosby, right? So easily identifiable solutions, and we just got to work at it, put the toil in on a daily basis, and continue to get better in that area. But I really like the potential, though. I really like the potential. I'm seeing some things that are looking pretty good moving forward.
Where is some of those things?
I mean, I think Mekhi has really been a real bright spot for us. He's new. I think he really adds something to us. He's doing a nice job. I think our backs are going to be doing a really good job. I think we're going to pop some big ones with these guys. It's just a matter of time and effort. But yeah, I'm excited about that.
Going back to the line real quick, that an offensive line gets excited when they have a decent player that night. Do you feel the same way this week with Joe of having Nik Bonitto on the other side?
Oh yeah, Nik Bonitto's a heck of a player. Their front 5. I mean, these guys are set your hair on fire type players, and I mean these guys get after it. I think all 5 guys have to be on it, and they run a lot of games and stunts up front as well. So now it's not so much a one-on-one situation. Now becomes a 5-on-5 situation. So they put a lot of pressure on the offense. I mean, they can do whatever they want. They've got a really, really well coordinated, and they've got a lot of different personalities. But at their core, they want to get those guys going, let the horses run. And so we got to be on it. But, yeah, I think Joe's really excited about the challenge this week.
How did you feel like Joe played in the run game on Monday?
I thought he did well. Yeah, there was 1 or 2 plays that I'd like to have back, but I thought he did a good job. Joe's he's ascending quickly. He really is. He really is.
The goal line sequence in the third quarter, you guys tried to get 3 runs off.
Yeah, tried to get 3 runs off. We didn't block the last one correctly, but that's okay. If we didn't do that, we might not have won the game.
In what sense?
We won the game. So if I did something different, who knows what would have happened. But no, in reality, I'm okay with that decision under the circumstances, but we got to get better in that area down there towards the goal line.
The third down, was the intention there to fake the fullback dive to Matlock? Was there any sort of misdirection attempted there?
Not.
Pile?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Not really. No.
He kind of jumped into the pile like he was trying to jump in the air. What was going on there?
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look at the tape, but yeah, there was something. He was fine on that play. He was fine on that play.
We talked last week about kind of the work that you guys put in as far as identifying blitzes and just being better in that area. The numbers are showing that you guys are improving, not just in terms of limited pressure, but just how efficient Justin's been, specifically against 0 looks. He's only has 1 incompletion the entire season through 2 weeks. Just obviously it's early; it's only 2 games. But what are you seeing in terms of the early returns of the work that you guys put in to try and be better against the blitz?
Yeah, I think it was a big emphasis, especially leading up to our opening game against the Chiefs. One of the best blitzing teams in the league. These guys tried it against us some the other night, and I thought we did pretty darn well. Yeah, we're seeing it. We've got a lot of work on it, and it really comes down to the players executing it, which they are. This week's a whole new challenge. Whatever happened in the past, you can't rest on any laurels. We understand the kind of pressure that Denver likes to bring, and they present their own unique challenge. So that's what we're focused on is trying to get prepared for this game to handle their pressure. Up until this point, it's been a really good bright spot for us. I'd say going into the Chiefs game, there might have been 2 practices in a row where we threw so many all-out blitzes at ourselves that guys were kind of like, what is going on here? And, you know, we're trying to wreck every play, you know, which was a good process for us to go through and talk through and change a few things, you know, so it was good.
Just sticking with that, the Broncos, Chiefs, and Raiders were the top 3 teams in 0 last year. Was part of the process here knowing that you were going to see a bunch of it? Like, not just
The AFC West. Holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, was part of it, though, that you knew you were going to see these 3 teams in the first 3 games of the season? It was something that
Yeah, I mean, but you see it every week to a certain extent. Or if you don't see it, you're ready for it because they've shown it. Everybody's got it in their lexicon. You know, it's one of those things that I'd say, you know, we look at as something we can improve. Last year, it's one of the things we felt like we could improve upon. And it wasn't just the players; it was the whole operation, the coaching, how we were looking at it. So we really put ourselves through the paces. And what happens is you just evolve into something new. You kind of transform yourself when you do that, even subtly. You know, so it's a really good process.